Yo, yo! What's happening? Welcome to Last Call. Tonight, very excited. We're at one of my favorite music stores in all of Los Angeles. We're on Hollywood Boulevard. This is the spot for music. It's really a dying breed, unfortunately. We're at Amoeba Music, one of the great independent music stores. When I was a kid, this is where I used to come and sift through vinyls and CDs and something called tapes. And I mean, this was back in the day when you would actually talk to people that worked here at Amoeba. They were like the real music aficionados. And you'd ask them, hey, what's hot right now? What are you into? Obviously, the process is much different these days, but I thought it'd be fun to come back in here and hang out. So we got a great show tonight. Chris Cornell is going to be on. He's the whole show. Guy's been doing music for over 15 years, dating all the way back to Soundgarden. Here's more on Chris.
Chris Cornell's been a pioneer in music since the formation of Soundgarden back in 1984. Soon after, the band emerged at the forefront of a Seattle grunge scene that also produced Nirvana and Pearl Jam. Soundgarden was the first grunge act to sign with a major label and earn a Grammy nomination. The group's 1994 album, Super Unknown, sold over 10 million copies worldwide, confirming Soundgarden's status as one of the decade's most enduring acts. After a successful solo release in 1999, Chris joined forces with members of Rage Against the Machine to form a new band, Audioslave. The band's huge hard rock sound connected with audiences the world over and earned them 3 Grammy nominations. On his latest solo release, Scream, Chris reached across genres to work with hip-hop producer Timbaland. The result was an album that deftly combines Timbaland's top 40 beats with Chris Cornell's soaring rock vocals.
All right, everything you want to know about Chris Cornell right there. We'll talk to him in just a little bit, but first let's go out to the Last Call Las Vegas outdoor stage. We'll get one of 2 songs tonight, performing the title track off the new record, Scream. Here you go, Chris Cornell.
Take a minute, tell you right. You can say what you want, you turn around every night. Somehow you're always going on. It doesn't matter what I've done, or if I even cross the line, start to holler, going for blood. Girl, it doesn't have to be a fight, throwing out the name when you know it ain't my fault. Messing with my brain when you wanna see me fall. Then there comes a time when I don't bother you at all. It isn't my call, it isn't my call. Hey, why you keep screaming at the top of your head? I said, hey.
Awesome, right? Chris Cornell, new sound for him, but at the end of the day, no matter what you think about it, it's great that a guy that has 15 albums put out, that he's still not scared to take the music wherever he wants to go with it. In fact, that's a topic of discussion when I sit down and talk with Chris Cornell, which I did, and you'll see right after this. Ooh, look, Ween.
Germ killing Eclipse Gum. Advanced fresh breath when you need it.
This is New York, everyone on the line?
Hello, we're here.
This is how cool Amoeba Record Store is. Straight banjo compilations, if you're looking for that. This is Last Call Tonight, coming to you obviously from Hollywood, California, one of the great musical landmarks here in LA. Last independent record store around, kind of a dying breed, but thank God this place is still here. And aside from a great collection of music, they do in-store performances from Sir Paul McCartney to even Franz Ferdinand, who played recently. Anyway, tonight, I'm getting Johnny Cash, by the way. Tonight we're spending time with Chris Cornell, who I sat down with earlier to talk about his loyal fan base, the new record Scream, and what it's like to have been making music for 25 plus years. Take a look. Good to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Was a great, great performance.
Thank you very much.
Scream, first single, and the record cover, which I know you get interviews, is almost symbolic of the line of questioning that I think will go down, because it depicts Chris smashing a guitar, which there it is there, which many have sort of given this notion that you're smashing rock music because you've teamed up with such a classic urban producer in Timbaland to make a record that many fans are sort of wondering, where's Chris going with this?
Well, it's half true. I mean, the idea of this cover was sort of like, this is an unapologetic symbol of, this is not going to be a guitar-based album. This is an electronic album mostly. There's guitar in every single song.
Right.
But it's basically kind of the statement of, this is different, and I'm not afraid of it, and you shouldn't be afraid of it. But then when I saw the image, it really reminded me of a big part of my history. This looks like me in 1992, kind of almost. And I thought, you know, it's more than just saying, this is more of an electronic-based album, and I'm not sorry for that. It's also kind of taking ownership of my whole career and putting that sort of image of what I felt like was me from before on this brand new thing.
Why has it been so hard for your fans to just have why do they take issue with you having an electronic-based album or working with Timbaland?
Because it's something to take issue with, really. It's like, you know, it's a thing, it's something to talk about, it's something to chew on, it's something to think, you know, well, here's this guy that was a symbol of something that replaced kind of the commercial norm that was like, aggressive attitude, was clearly guitar-based, it was clearly organic in terms of organic sounds. Your finger hits the strings, you know, the strings make a noise, then you break the thing that makes that noise, that kind of thing.
Right.
And electronic music is different, you know, you can make it with computers, it's a different world. But for me, it's like a suit of clothes, whatever makes the tones, whatever makes the sounds, that's almost irrelevant to me.
Right.
The music is kind of what's important. And also, another thing that I think is important is that after it's been 20 plus years of me making recorded music, where I've been allowed to record music and release it, I want to try as many different things as I can.
Right, and isn't that really what a real musician's career should be about? The exploration and experimentation of whatever you and wherever you want to take your music. You provided 15 albums for us to enjoy, and this 15th record, your third solo, takes us in a new direction.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we, and this has been the whole online battle that's between your fans and critics and all these a-holes out there that want to just jump in, but as a true fan, shouldn't we take this journey with you and be happy for you and enjoy the music?
Well, I think you should listen to it. You can applaud. Yeah,
Like it just doesn't seem that big of a departure. I mean, I
It
think
isn't
some of,
really,
I think some, and I don't know your music history, your influence, and I'm sure it started with the Beatles back in the day, but even through the mid to late 80s and the 90s and Soundgarden, Audioslave, and even the Temple years, there's so much soul in your body of work. The fact that you would go electronic and or urban, to me, makes sense. I mean, this isn't Sammy Hagar and Dr. Dre.
no, it isn't. It actually isn't what it looks like on paper musically, just so everybody knows. It's not the rock world meets hip-hop world as it could be described. There are a lot of different influences on the album, and you don't really know where they're going to come from. Some of the songs where the rock influence came in, it actually came in via, like, Timbaland bringing in a beat that was kind of rock sounding, and I sang something over it that wasn't as much rock as you would expect. It's he did what he wanted. I let him be Timbaland, and he let me be me.
How did you know? Did you know him?
No, I actually had been tipped off that he was interested in working with people in the rock genre, and was looking for somebody to do some remixes. I had done this twisted version of Billie Jean that was starting to get like a lot of attention because David Cook did it, and that was how I started hearing his name come up in terms of remixes. But then I got him on the phone through a friend of mine, just, a hookup, talking to him on the phone. There was no managers, label people involved, anything like that. Just, hi, it's me. And he said right off the bat, he's like, I don't do remixes really so much anymore, but I would love to do some original material. I'm a fan of yours. And then he recited some lyrics from a song called Disappearing One that's on Euphoria Morning. That was my first solo record. That wasn't a single. Thank you. It's kind of an obscure song, and truthfully, I didn't even really remember that line when he said it. It'd been a while, and I thought, okay, this guy's a fan of music, of all kinds of music. If he knows that, then he knows a lot. And he said, it'd be great to go in and do a couple of original tracks. And I just thought, it was as quick as, why not do a whole album? I heard, you do albums in 3 weeks. We'll go in, we'll bang out an album, and I'll have my third solo record, and it will sound completely different than anything I've ever done. What a great idea. And Timbaland was like, I'd love to do that. And that was it. Okay, thanks, bye. And then 3 weeks later, we were starting it. And then what happened, how it became what it is, which is like an hour of continuous music. It's really a one ID album if you want. How it became kind of an epic is basically because of the creative freedom we both kind of felt in the studio. We just kept going and going, and it turned into this kind of mine and Tim's version of album-oriented rock, only it's electronic. And
well, it's pretty funny because there is this idea where someone, like a kid, could text another kid and just be like, I was in a club last Friday and I was dancing to Chris Cornell.
Right.
It just sounds kind of, just sort of blows people's minds. But, and with all due respect, when I first listened to the record, and I think as any of your fans, it is jarring, which to be expected.
Right.
And I mean this in the best way, but it grows on you. And I think that's a positive thing. And it grows on you to a level where even just throughout the last couple weeks of really spending time with the record, and I hope young people spend time with the record because it does play like a movie sound, like a score, if you will.
It
really is, it is a different and beautiful record.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And I appreciate you playing here with us.
What's that?
I appreciate you performing with us.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. One more thing I just want to mention. The tour, if I can quickly. When you perform this record live, do you do it continually?
I've done it, and I hope to do it some more. The tour I'm planning is going to be just kind of a mixture of everything and anything from my career, whatever I want, night after night. I kind of don't know the set list till I get there, but a lot of songs from this and a lot of songs from anything. And then I might decide at the last minute going in that I'm just going to do all of Scream first, which I've done like 12 times, and it's one of the most exciting live things I've done, because you kind of get on it, the song starts, song one, and it's like an hour continuous song because there are no breaks. You can't really address the audience because the music never stops, so it's really all about the music, and I'll probably end up doing that some more.
Well, awesome. Well, thanks for doing it with us tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Beverly Hills Chihuahua didn't make it. It's in the returned bin. That's funny. That was Chris, and he's great. It was really cool to sit down, talk to a guy that's been doing music for so long, and enjoyed my time with him. So thanks to him for that. We'll take a break when we get back. Another performance on the Outdoor Vegas stage from Chris Cornell off the new record Scream right after this from Amoeba in Hollywood. Yeah, here at Amoeba in Hollywood, California, the last great independent music store. Just picked up White Lies. They just rocked it at South by Southwest, so pick this one up there on the show in April. Let's go back out to the Vegas Outdoor Last Call stage. Chris Cornell doing a second song off the new record, Scream. Here's Long Gone.
Raining
Tonight's musical guest on Last Call with Carson Daly has been brought to you by Las Vegas.
All right, that's going to do it from Amoeba in Hollywood, California. Thanks to Chris Cornell. Thanks to everybody in Las Vegas for helping us out with the outdoor stage. And thanks everybody at Amoeba Music. They're awesome. We're going to have to come back here because there's just way too much to see in there. That's the show. My God, it's late. Get some sleep, everybody. Later.
From the people who bring you the